Hello again, it's Monday, and that means it is time once again for the Monday Melee. Each week we bring to you a competitive team fight. This week we are going to be taking a look at Dreamhack Winter, more specifically Team Liquid versus Team Dignitas on Sky Temple. Let's take a look at where we stand. It is currently 13-13, both teams sharing a talent tier. 13 being of significant importance since it constitutes a power spike for several characters, most notably Kael'thas, who picks up Chain Bomb. Thrall is utilizing some smart positioning here on the left side of the pad. This makes it easy for him to escape when the time comes. And now that Dignitas has taken down that center fort, the time is nigh. You can see that everyone is actually heading up now, and they think they're going to get a quick easy gank on Thrall, as they knew a significant portion of Team Liquid was still too far south. Now let's pause here a moment and look at the positioning. We've talked about this before, about how it's not always the worst idea to go for a tank, and in fact, in this kind of split, you can see that ETC is easily the person most out of position, and as you'll notice in a moment, that's only going to get worse. Now Thrall is going to come to join his team, and he's going to bowl himself a perfect 7-10 split right about here. This is going to isolate ETC and is going to put him in a pretty bad position to say the least. Brightwing is still soaking bottom, and she's going to teleport in just in time to grab her share of a steak dinner. You'll notice if you look close, ETC is actually gearing to dance, but the silence arrow from Sylvanas comes just in time to finish him. Meanwhile, Thrall is instantly in a gravity lapse, but finds himself in the loving arms of everyone's favorite monk, saving him from an imminent death. Near simultaneously, Tyrael's going to drop his Sanctification in an effort to give his team some well-needed momentum, and Muradin is going to pop his avatar to make sure that he can stay on the front lines of this engagement with a full health Sonya. Here, Thrall finds religion and turns Dignitas' hopes for an even match into dust. With hope shattered, this seems like a great time for Dignitas to attempt a judicious retreat, but Muradin is going to dwarf toss over and remind them that escape is not a luxury they will be afforded. As he lands, Sonya goes into full-on Arnold Schwarzenegger martyr mode, yelling for the rest of the team to get to the chopper, and attempts to sacrifice herself to give the rest of her team a chance to escape. With everyone else preoccupied with murdering Sonya, Muradin's gonna go ahead and turn his attention to everyone's favorite steampunk, Kael'thas, and give him a quick hammer to the face. Bakery's ready to cut losses and escape, but Falstad decides he's feeling left out since he's the only person on Liquid that hasn't got to use their ult, and wants to show them what Mighty Gust actually does. With the rest of the team secured firmly in the kill box, it's time to clean up this mess. Thrall turns his attention to Kael'thas, who goes out in a blaze of glory as Thrall puts out his life fire with a quick bout of Wind Fury. Bakery has had enough of this slaughter, so he pops Ice Block so everybody will turn their attention towards Tyrael, and then he's gonna pop his quick Blink Heal so he can get the frick out of dodge and maybe make it to the chopper we mentioned earlier. Most everyone is gonna focus on Tyrael, however Falstad wants Brightwing. Brightwing, however, knows that Juke City is a real place and just gave Falstad a one-way ticket while he himself is gonna travel back to the base to try and solo defend the inevitable push. So let's talk about the deciding factors in that fight. There were a few reasons that this particular fight went the way that it did, but I think most importantly it comes down to two main factors. First off, Thrall looked like such a juicy target that Dignitas could not resist going in his 4, even though Brightwing soaking bottom created a numbers disadvantage for them. Which leads me to my second point. There is no reason for Brightwing to be soaking bottom at this juncture. None. It's obvious that there is going to be a team fight, and the modicum amount of experience Brightwing is gaining is not going to provide them with a significant advantage for the coming skirmish. And ETC's minor positioning error turned into a major one thanks to the quick action of Thrall and the well-placed sundering that he managed to put down at the beginning of this fight. And Karazim's quick palm on Thrall managed to give them the numbers advantage for the rest of the fight. I think it's safe to say that Karazim outplayed Bakery in this instance and managed to secure the win for his team. Based on what we've seen in this video, the most important two takeaways are to be available with your team when it's time for a 5-man team fight, and to remember that soaking, while important, is not the most important key to winning a match. Secondly, positioning is the skill cap for Heroes of the Storm. However minor your positioning error, if it is an error, it can result in your team losing a very important fight, and possibly the game. You don't want to end up on the wrong side of Thrall's Sunder, especially if it means you're going to be divided from your team and in the midst of 5 people who are very eager to make your insides your outsides. Well, that'll do it for this week's episode of the Monday Melee. Please tune in for more, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and in the future I promise to try and keep my Arnold Schwarzenegger's impressions to a bare minimum.